So excited to be here with you live. I'm Tami Ray, independent consultant and regional vice president with Arbonne, and I live in northern Michigan where it's snowy and cold outside, but I tell you what, I don't even notice most of the time that it's winter because I'm so fired up about sharing this incredible opportunity. So I'm just so glad that you're here. Buckle up because we're going to have a good time. This is so much fun. This is my first Facebook Live, so thanks for joining. So here we are. It's a new year. Happy 2017. And it's that time when many of us are taking inventory and thinking about where we were 1 year ago, maybe where we want to be a year from now. And maybe you're a little disappointed inside. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're feeling like this is the year that you need to make some changes. And all I know is that Albert Einstein's definition of insanity is when we keep doing the same thing over and over and yet expecting different results. So if we want our lives to be different, we have to do something different, right? And that's where I was in my life when I first heard about this business opportunity. I just felt restless inside. I was working night shifts as a nurse. And, along with night shifts, you're working holidays, you're working weekends, and it was tough. It was tough to fit anything extra into my life. Even, visiting my family or seeing the people that I loved, it was just tough to fit in around that nursing schedule. And when you're sleeping while everyone's awake and you're awake while everyone else is sleeping, I tell you what, it's an isolated existence. And here I was a person who went to school. I did all the right things. I got my degree. I had my good steady job. And yet I felt like I was dying inside and I didn't want to admit that to anybody. And maybe you're feeling that way right now. I loved being a nurse. I just kept looking into the future and thinking, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? And if not, then what? And it was right around then that I was invited to a Discover Arbonne presentation, much like this. I had been using the products through a girl that I worked with, and she invited me to her home. And I sat around her dining room table, and I just agreed to go just to be nice. And honestly, I wasn't even paying that much attention to the presentation because in my mind, I thought, well, it's good for her, but I'm not a salesperson, I'm a nurse. And so I sort of tuned out. Well, then I was asked two questions towards the end of that presentation that rocked my world, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that moment when I was asked, if you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years and will you be happy? I just felt like the wind got knocked out of me. I sat there thinking, I don't want to work one more midnight shift, let alone 5 more years. And then I was asked another question. If the main source of income were no longer able to bring in that income, how long would you last on your savings? Well, I had already lived through that scenario. When I was 27 in 2002, I was actually diagnosed with breast cancer. And here I was, single, I had a mortgage, I didn't really have a savings because if I wanted to earn extra money, I'd just work an extra shift. And so I was completely unprepared when I was told that I wasn't going to be able to work for 6 months. And here I am going through breast cancer, and yet my predominant thought was, will I lose my house this month? And it was such a humbling experience because, the outpouring of generosity and kindness, I still get a little choked up thinking about it, of the people that I worked with. I didn't end up losing my home because they did bake sales and garage sales and fundraisers, and anonymous donors contributed, and it was such an outpouring. So I didn't end up losing my house, but I walked away with a whole new perspective. And I knew in my heart that one, I wanted to be that pay it forward person someday. And, I wanted to earn enough so that I could give away my extras. And two, I really knew that I needed to find a way that I could earn income without being clocked in somewhere. And little did I know that that's actually a wealth principle when you can earn passive income. And the wealthiest people are always looking for ways to earn passive income, right? So you can earn passive income by, becoming an author and selling books, or a musician selling your music, or a filmmaker, or you could buy lots of properties and rent them. Or you could, invest in the stock market and things and live off the dividends. But in my mind, network marketing is a way for an average person to put in a very small investment, relatively speaking, and still have the same chance for that passive income. So it's so interesting that even way back then, I was thinking about that and knowing that that was something that I needed in my life. So here I was, again, at this woman's dining room table. I was completely out of my comfort zone. I definitely did not understand network marketing at that time, but I had to know how my friend could say she was building a multi-million-dollar business from her kitchen table. I mean, really, what was she doing? I wanted to know. So I had to listen. So when she spoke about trends, it caught my attention. I could see that this was a business that was going global with or without me. At the time in 2006, when I was being presented this opportunity, Arbonne was in the United States, just going into Canada, about to launch into the UK and Australia. Since then, Arbonne has expanded into Poland, New Zealand, and Taiwan. So this is all fascinating to me because in comparison, I just want to put this into perspective here. In comparison, Arbonne is about the same size company as Clinique, okay? Clinique, however, is in 80 countries, you guys, whereas Arbonne is only in 7, and we're the same size. Think about that. There's so much potential for growth here. And so we're a 36-year-old company, yet in its infancy as far as growing globally, and we're still only 1% market recognition. So this is huge. I definitely, do I have your attention here? Because that definitely caught my attention. So Arbonne is part of the health and wellness industry, which is at the tipping point of $1 trillion. Trillion, just say that word, trillion. $1 trillion industry. And it's really being pushed because of the baby boomers who are still, they're still driving the majority of the economy right now. Baby boomers are not retiring. They're looking for healthier options. They're living longer, and they're wanting to look younger longer too. So it's no surprise that the health and wellness industry is expanding. But I want to give a shout out to the millennials because I see this generation as they're just so savvy with health and wellness. They want to protect the environment. They want to look good and feel good. And you know what? They watch their parents go through an unstable economy. They're getting out of school, not able to get a job in their degree, and they want the lifestyle that a network marketing industry affords. So watch out. Those millennials are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I hope I have a whole team of millennials. So shout out. They're driving the health and wellness industry as well. So Arbonne is also online. This caught my attention too, because what that means for our business is that we don't touch products. We don't touch money. We don't have a basement full or a garage full of products that we have to deliver. Hallelujah for that. Isn't that amazing? We just show people how to order online for themselves. Mm-hmm. So we recommend products that can be ordered and reordered again and again. We can show people how to earn an extra $300 a month all the way to a 6-figure income. You decide what it is that you want. Isn't that cool? When I started, a 6-figure income was just so far out there, I couldn't even imagine it. Really, all I needed, all that I was desperate for was an additional $2,000 a month. That meant the world to me because that meant that I could go part-time and get off that midnight shift. So that's really what was going to make it an impact for my life. I know some people are looking for something that could just give them a little extra cash, a little more breathing room, a way to prepare for impact. Statistics show that 78% of the population are living paycheck to paycheck. You guys, that was me, and this was a lifesaver. At this point, the business started to become very intriguing. I knew I already loved the products. I knew in the United States the cosmetic industry is not regulated. Did you guys know that? I did not know, however, even as a nurse, that what you put on your skin absorbs into your bloodstream within 26 seconds and can be detected in every major organ. You guys, what we put on our skin affects our health. This was an epiphany to me because I thought, wow, I never even knew that as a nurse. So I was on a mission to use safe products that would add to my health instead of taking a toll on my health. Isn't that what you want too? And so I'm so grateful for Arbonne's philosophy of pure, safe, and beneficial, using the purest of nature combined with the safest of science to create a product that actually works and nourishes and feeds the skin. We use the highest quality ingredients from across the globe. We're pH correct, hypoallergenic, and vegan certified. And I just want to pause on vegan because when I first heard Arbonne was a vegan certified company, I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know, they don't test on animals, which is great, right? And they don't. That's amazing because, you know, the ingredients are safe enough. They don't need to be tested on animals to begin with. So vegan certified goes a little deeper though. So please Google rendering plants, and you will find that companies that are not vegan actually use rendered animal byproducts. And what that is, the rendering plant collects roadkill, I'm not even joking, roadkill, euthanized pets, meat that's gone past its expiration date, and the vats of used oil from fast food companies, fast food restaurants, along with many other things. They boil this down, and the fat that rises to the top is scraped off and sold to, you guessed it, the cosmetic industry because it's not regulated. And so, wow, this made vegan products take on a whole new meaning for me. How about you? Yes, we don't want anything but vegan. Arbonne is dermatologist tested with clinically proven results, and we're built on a Swiss heritage. I'm so proud of that, because the Swiss have the strictest standards for skincare in the world, and Arbonne chooses to abide by the highest standards. How cool is that? And as much as I love what is in the products, I'm just as passionate about what's not in our products. Everything is gluten-free, both the skincare and nutrition line. And that's really important because if you're sensitive to gluten and yet you're using a product on your skin that has gluten derivatives, you may be causing inflammation in your body from your skincare. So it's just something to consider. There are also no petroleum-based products. I mean, think about that. Petroleum, gasoline, There's no petroleum-based ingredients, no petrolatum or mineral oil. And mineral oil is actually a derivative of crude oil. Really? And it's the #1 ingredient in American skincare. What? And it's the #2 cause of aging next to the sun. Really? Like, really? Why are we putting this on our bodies? It's the number two cause of aging? Really? And it's also banned in Europe. Mineral oil is banned in Europe. So why is it in our skincare? Mineral oil is actually occlusive, and our skin is our largest breathing, detoxifying organ. So why would we want to coat it with something occlusive, sort of like saran wrap? Mineral oil is also an endocrine disruptor. So no wonder Europe bans it, right? We don't want that stuff. It's flammable, for crying out loud. There are also no formaldehyde donating preservatives in Arbonne. Thank you. I know most mascaras have formaldehyde, but not Arbonne. We're all plant-based. No chemical dyes or fragrances, no artificial colors, sweeteners, or flavors, and everything is paraben-free and phthalate-free. So we don't use those harmful preservatives that are used to extend shelf life. From a business perspective, think about this. It's incredible because everything in Arbonne is consumable. So meaning we use the products, we love the results, and we reorder over and over and over again. And we have something for everyone. Everything from the clinically proven anti-aging line to the acne line to the baby line, bath and body, hair care, sun care, cosmetics, nutrition, even plant-based sports drinks now. I mean, come on, how cool is that? And plus, you know, the everyday basics like deodorant and toothpaste. You guys, I use everything Arbonne. I love it. It just, it just makes your skin and body and everything feel so good. I've used the product since 2003. I first started out with the makeup and then the skincare, and then, and the skincare actually cleared up my adult acne, so hallelujah for that. And then I experienced the most incredible results from our 30 Days to Healthy Living plan, and I just have to tell you my quick testimony on that. Because here's the deal. I went through breast cancer when I was really young, and I found that it was not genetic, even though my mom had passed away of breast cancer, and just recently my sister did too. And yet there was no genetic component. We learned that we unknowingly grew up near a nuclear weapons facility that made the plutonium triggers, which is the heart of the atomic bomb. So here we were, unknowingly exposed to radioactive plutonium all that time. I went through chelation at my integrative doctor's office, but we had to stop since it was hurting my kidneys. And my doctor wasn't sure how to clear something radioactive out of my body. Well, in 2013, I took this whole 30 Days to Healthy Living plan into the office, and I said, this is what I'm going to do along with the clean eating portion. And here's the deal. The supplements support the detoxification organs, and I was able to clear that plutonium out of my body completely within 8 months on the plan. You guys, this is not just a cute little business, and I'm sharing this with all my heart. This is an amazing plan that helps people. It helps people get their health back. It not only changed my current state of health, it changed my whole future, and I'll forever be grateful. And it was at that point in 2013 that I decided, this business had tapped me on the shoulder for so long, and I just treated it like a hobby. I didn't treat it like the amazing gift that it was. And I decided to be all in 2013. I couldn't keep it to myself anymore. I realized that it wasn't about selling or pushing something on someone that they didn't want. It was really just about educating and offering information with no agenda, only love. And I knew I could do it. I didn't know what I was doing exactly. I just knew I could do it because I kept looking around and seeing how it had worked for so many other people. In a way, I just know that I am honoring my sister's life and my mother's life by paying it forward and sharing health with these products so that other people won't have to go through what my family did. I had to educate myself on what network marketing is, and I highly recommend that you do the same. I didn't really understand it completely until I did my research, and I learned so much from that book by Robert Kiyosaki called Business of the 21st Century. And this truly is the business of the 21st century. So we're so accustomed to the traditional retail stores where products are shipped from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the warehouse to the retailer. There's advertising before it even gets to the consumer, and all of these steps end up costing a ton of money. What ends up happening is that the consumer, you, me, we're paying more for the process than the product. Comment on that. Would you want to pay more for the process or the product? Let me know. In network marketing, the difference is that the product moves from the manufacturer to the consumer through my word of mouth advertising. And think about it. We are a word of mouth society. Actually, word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertising. We do it all the time. We recommend things every day like books, movies, restaurants. The only difference is when I recommend a book, a movie, or a restaurant, that company doesn't send me a thank you check, while Arbonne does. I'm a walking, talking billboard for the brand. I am a brand ambassador, if you will. And what happens when we remove all the middle steps, the company can save a ton of money, and they can put that saved money into places that count. Mm-hmm. They put it into research and development. They put it into keeping the price point low for a high quality prestige product. Thank you, Arbonne. And they put it into our compensation plan. That's why you can see so many people earning those six-figure incomes if they so choose. That's why you see us taking trips. They really do treat consultants like gold since we're the walking advertisement, right? I find it fascinating that in my husband's company, he's congratulated for a job well done with an email. Really? Oh my goodness. In Arbonne, we're just showered with gifts. I think every piece of jewelry I'm wearing tonight is an Arbonne gift. That's from Cecilia. Thank you. From Kathy. Thank you. I think this is from Kathy too. I love you. Thank you. And it's just amazing. We get to earn incentive trips, we get bonuses, we get a Mercedes-Benz for a job well done, all of this recognition, and I have to admit, I love it. They say that people will work harder for praises than raises, but in Arbonne you can get both, so how about that? What I've learned from experience is that when you decide, and if you decide, which I hope you decide, to be part of Arbonne, you are in business for yourself, but never by yourself. You will have a mentor who will take your hand and show you the way. In fact, that's what I love about this business model. The only way anyone can succeed is by helping others succeed. How cool is that? There's no competition. It's just you're helping each other out. There's basically two ways to do this business. We do one-on-one appointments and we do group presentations. In both scenarios, we're sharing the products and we're sharing the opportunity. They go hand in hand. I believe this opportunity to live your life on your own terms is the best thing we offer, but I've also experienced tremendous results on these products, so I can't help but to share both with you tonight, and it's up to you to decide how Arbonne is going to be a fit in your life. I've also learned that this is a business that builds on itself, which is genius. If you can get this, this is just so amazing. The people that I shared Arbonne with 4 years ago are still ordering every month. I mean, think about that. So for 4 years, I've been sharing, and it keeps building on each other and building on itself. And you get this tremendous base of consumers who are loving Arbonne and ordering every month. So when I stopped treating Arbonne like a hobby and really committed, I was working 2 different nursing jobs. And I added Arbonne in about 10 hours a week is what I could fit in. And after 1 year, I was able to let one of my nursing jobs go since I was at that $2,000 point. I was so excited after 1 year. And so I continued to work my Arbonne business at 10 to 15 hours a week. And after 2 years total, I had completely replaced and surpassed my professional income. You guys, isn't that incredible? I get so excited to share that even for the chance of replacing your full-time income working part-time hours, this business is worth looking into. Wouldn't you agree? So here's the deal. All I did was stop, start, and share. I stopped buying skincare products from the retail stores. I started buying from my own store, and I shared them with other people. How about that? Do you think you could do that? I either showed them how to do the same thing and build a network of consumers who loved these pure products, or I simply showed them how to purchase the products at a discount for themselves online. And I've had all the support in the world. I learned how to work this business consistently, but not constantly. The point is, like any business, we don't want to be open for a few days a week and then take a month off, right? You would never stay in business that way. And for me, working consistently meant having 2 group presentations each week, along with giving out samples and meeting with people one-on-one. I've had my ups and downs in this business and always will, but I've decided that my dreams are bigger than my excuses, and they're bigger than my setbacks. I've committed to growing myself and learning every step of the way. And think about it. The Jim Rohn once said that make your goal becoming a millionaire, and not for the money, but for the person that you'll become in the process. So this is really a personal growth company disguised as a health and wellness company, because you end up growing into a whole different version, a much better version of yourself. So I encourage everyone to take a look, even just for that factor. By staying the course, not only do I have the most amazing clients, but I have a team of extraordinary leaders. Whew, I'm gonna get choked up. You know, I have a team building alongside what they're doing too. And over time, we end up with this team of leaders that are duplicating the system we have in place for success. When I first started, I was a team of 1, and I was just hoping someone would join me. And now the team that I have is so much more beautiful and inspiring than I ever imagined. You guys, this has become so much more than I ever imagined. It's just been amazing to be surrounded by difference makers and neighborhood changers. This is such a special company. So how can you be part of Arbonne? As a client, preferred client, or as a consultant? So you can become a client where you pay full price, which, not many people do that. Most people become a preferred client because for $20, you get the chance to have 20 to 40% off for an entire year. The best deal, in my opinion, is to become a consultant for $79 because you receive 35 to 50% off on all your products, but it opens all doors so that you can choose, if you want to also build a business and share this business opportunity with others. So a little bit about the income levels in Arbonne. We all start as a consultant, and the first level of income that you can promote to is district manager. At that level, it takes most people 1 to 3 months to achieve, and you're earning between $250 up to $1,000 a month. Who could use that? An extra $1,000 a month. For me, it was a big deal. The second level in Arbonne is area manager, and at that level, you earn between $1,000 and $4,000 a month. It generally takes people about six months to a year to achieve that level. And at area manager, your business also becomes willable. And whoa, take note, because doctors, lawyers do not have a willable income. Your business becomes willable at that point, where if something happened to you, your paychecks would still continue to come in to your family and to bless them. Wow, even in your absence. I think that's extraordinary. The third level of income is regional vice president level. And generally it takes, 18 months to 3 years to become a regional vice president. At that level, you're earning between $4,000 and $10,000 a month. In addition to that, you're given $800 each month to go towards a Mercedes of your choice. It just has to be white. You can buy or lease. It's extraordinary. And that again is life-changing income, right? Between $4,000 and $10,000 a month. That was definitely the place where it ended up replacing and surpassing my nursing income. And then the top level of income is national vice president. And this is where we all want to be because at this level, you earn $21,000 a month and up. It's unlimited. Plus, you get a $1,000 a month car bonus each month to go towards your Mercedes. So, oh my goodness. Here's the deal. Go ahead and comment on this. Anyone who has a job right now, would your boss, employer, ever offer you the opportunity to earn an additional $21,000 a month in the next 5 years for doing your job really well? Would anyone be offered that? How about $10,000 a month? How about $5,000 a month just for doing your job really well? Something that you can work towards. No. There again, I just ask, even for the chance of this, it's worth taking a look at because it's extraordinary. Where else would you get this opportunity? So it was at regional vice president level that I was able to replace my professional nursing income. We ended up moving to a beautiful resort town on the water. I get to work from home alongside my husband each day, and I have to admit I love it. I get to fly to Florida to see my dad whenever I want without asking anyone permission. I just get to go and see the people I love. And here's the deal. It's a mobile business, so with my cell phone and computer, I can go anywhere and continue to build this business. So this year, I'll be promoting out my first regional vice president, and it's going to be the greatest moment ever. And it just shows that this is a business that duplicates. We can show you how to do this. The only variable is you. You choose how successful you want to be. You choose how far you want to take this. So what is your 5-year plan? What do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? This may be the most outside of your comfort zone thing that you have ever considered, but maybe you've heard that success does not live in your comfort zone. So you may be asking yourself, what if this doesn't work? What if I'm the one person this doesn't work for? And I want to ask you, what if it does work? What would your life look like? What would you do? Go ahead and post it. It's time to give yourself permission to dream again. I don't know what happens from the time we're a kid to the time we're an adult when we start to believe that dreams aren't possible for us anymore. Make a list of everything you'd like to happen. Where would you be living? Go ahead and post it. Where would you travel? Where would you vacation? What would you be doing for your health? What do you want your finances to look like? Who would you be giving back to? What if you could bless your parents more? What if you could visit loved ones more? What if you could be an anonymous donor to someone in need? That gets me. What cause would you donate to? What change would you want to see in the world around you? I truly believe that when we get off the hamster wheel of working to pay bills, we can start thinking bigger and we can work hard to make a difference. That's the kind of world I want to live in. I'm so proud to be part of a company that wants to be known for giving back the most. I love that at our global conferences, people are literally honored on stage for the ways they're giving back to the community. This is such a special company, and I hope you'll take a closer look because we need your voice. This is a company where you can be successful being exactly who you are with your exact dreams. In my heart, I know that if our desire is to make a difference in the lives of others, the answer will always be yes, and the doors will open. I understand that most people begin in Arbonne needing to just pay their bills and take care of the family, and I get it. That's where I was too. But what happens is that over time, we are earning more than we need, and we're able to give our extra to others. So at first, I wondered if it was okay to want more. I don't know, maybe you feel that way too. Is it right of me to want to have more? But here's the deal. Money only magnifies the person that you are. So if you're a good person, you're just going to do more good with more money, right? That's the way I look at it, and I'm all for it now. It took me a while to work that out in my head, but I am all for it. I know that my calling in life is to set up a nonprofit in my sister's honor so that people will not have to pay out of pocket to receive holistic care. Next month, I'm going to be the age that my sister was when she passed away. And I just feel like I want to make this life matter. I want to pick up where she left off and live for the both of us. This is why I'm so passionate about Arbonne. For me, it was the vehicle to have more of what I wanted in life and less of what I didn't want. I live a life of get-tos instead of have-tos now. Arbonne was the unlikely vehicle, but it absolutely was the way to have more choices and to live life on my own terms. So I hope you can see a glimpse of what this opportunity can offer you. I'm grateful every day that I decided to take that leap of faith and give it a shot. So here's the deal. If you're a guest tonight, I encourage you to speak to the consultant who invited you on and let them know if you're a 1, a 2, or a 3. And a 1 might be, you know what, I'm not sure about a business right now, but I would love to try the products. And I'd love to be invited to a product demonstration, or I'd love to try a sample. I'd love to host a little get together and have a product demonstration with a few of my friends. A 2 is, yes, the business kind of intrigues you, but you'd just like to hear more. So go ahead and reach out to your consultant, let them know that you're a 2 and that maybe you'd like to talk more on the phone, or maybe you'd like to meet for coffee and just talk a little more about what this opportunity could look like in your life. And if you're a 3, that means that you've been waiting for something like this and you can't wait to get started. So let them know if you're a 1, 2, or 3 so that they can give you the information that you need to move forward. Arbonne is run by the most amazing corporate team. We're still at the brink of this massive global expansion. This is truly just the beginning of the growth we're going to see. Mark my words. We're going to post the 2 most popular, we're just going to post all of the most popular Arbonne packages, okay, in the event so that you can take a peek. And I love that Arbonne truly represents health from the inside out. So I'm so grateful you're here on this call live, and whoever's watching the recording too, I know that there are no coincidences. I'm here to tell you that if I can do this, you certainly can do this too. I know we're not born to live small lives. I know that. We were born to step into our greatness and to step into our greatness and to make a bigger difference in the world. And as my good friend Eli says, If you do not want to earn more money, you're just being selfish, because when we have more, we can bless others more. I pray that this will be your year to dream big. I pray that your dreams, that you realize that your dreams are worthy and that you are worthy. I just thank you so much for this time together, and I love you all. Mwah! We're going to do this many more times. Love you guys. Thanks for being on.